Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over the London Silver Bullet for Thursday, September 28th. We're just going to get started right in this, going candle by candle. We're going to buy and sell based on TradingView, and we're going to see what we get here. Okay, well that started really fast. So I can see sell side's taken right there. Let's keep going here. Let's see if we get a market structure shift of any kind. Oh, still going lower. Okay. So for me to go long, I'm going to need this high broken. Okay, broken with a wick. There is a volume imbalance right here. There's a fair value gap there. Let's mark this volume imbalance here. It's volume imbalance as well. Okay, you do have a fair value gap down here as well. Okay, sell side's been taken. We're coming into this efficiency here. You have a mitigation block right here. There's two PD arrays, so if it came down here, it'd be violating that one into this third one. So I guess I'd take a trade if it came into this right now. I know if you pull the fib from, let's say, right here to here, it's in a premium. So it's not ideal. I'd like to come back in here. Just don't know if it's going to get there or not. And the reason I'm saying that is because you've got two PD arrays here, and you actually have another one right here. So you actually have three, and if it violates three, then I don't trade it. So for me, I'll take this. If it came down here, I'd take another entry, but I'm going to take my first entry here because I don't want to miss it. My stop, though, would have to be below this one for sure. So I'm going to take it on the first one if it comes down in here. Because if it comes all the way down here and like a candle closes down here, then it's violated 3 PD arrays and I don't want to be in the trade anyway, right? Now it can wick. The wick's going to do the damage. So if I put a stop in here, I get in, my stop's got to be below this fair value gap. And then I'd feel okay about it. And where would I be targeting? Probably this high, maybe this high. So let's see what happens here. Okay. So because we're well, it's only two. I'll buy it. Well, I'll buy there, even though we would have bought down here. This is where we would have actually got into on the fair value gap. And then my stop would be down here. And that's only 2.5 handles, right? I mean, it's just not that much. I'm just aiming for 5, which is this low-hanging fruit here. So I like to have short, quick in and out entries. So that's where I'm targeting. So our draw on liquidity would be this right here. This would be our target. That's our draw on liquidity right there. Okay, so let's, now there's a fair value gap in here. So when it breaks past this fair value gap, that's where I'll take a partial. So let's see what happens. Let's move that partial down to 1. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that was good. Would have liked to see it close there. All right, that's a good close right there. I'll take that. I'll take a partial off there. I'll move my stop to break even. Move my stop to break even plus 1, so it's going to go right here. So trailing stop right here. And let's keep going and see what happens here. All right, so we're going to flatten that there. It hit our trailing stop. Move this out of the way. So we got $125 off this, out of this right now. You know, not horrible. We got stopped out because we'd moved our trailing stop, and it did take us out one tick, right? So let's just see what happens here, if it does hit our target or not. Back in right there. Would I've gotten back in? No. I'll take $125 off my account, no problem. Multiplied by multiple accounts, it's fine. And does it hit my TP or not? Looks like it's going to hit it. All right, I'm thinking that hit my thing right there. So let's remove that line. Buy side taken right there. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, so I see a breaker right here. So we got a high, a low, a higher high, broke through. So it comes back into this. We can take a trade where we'd be targeting this low right here for original liquidity below that, and then we'd look for maybe this low down here. Okay, so let's just see what happens here. Look at that. If you had your play limit order right there, would have got you in. Maybe it just came right to the tick, right to the bottom of that breaker down. Okay. Here's for a value gap. Here's your market structure shift. Okay, so now if we can come out into this fair value gap, we take it our target, our first entry, our first target. Let's put our targets on here right now. Targeting this would be one target, and then this would be our other one right here. So we'd have both draws, and we will take two trades if we get it again. All right, I'm selling two there. Okay, where's my position right there above the breaker, and I'm aiming for down here, this draw. 9 handles right here, aiming short, because if we take this one as we sweep a major liquidity, it could, you know, consolidate in here. It may not hit our target, so laying up a little bit, and 10 would be 2 ticks below that. I don't want to do that, and I'm a full number type of guy, so I like the full numbers, not half handles. So there you go. Let's see how it goes. So I'll change this to partials. I'll take partials taken there, and let's see what happens here. Move this to 1. Okay, now let's go. All right, definitely have to take a partial there. I'm going to move our trailing stop. Let's move this like this. Let's move this up here. Trailing stop is now right here. Yes, even though I got stopped out over here, I'm still on break even. Took a partial on a break even. You trade my system the same way, right? I manage my risk. I took a partial already at 437 for the day, and I'm break even. So I'm not going to lose any money. So I'm going to keep going. If it comes down further, then I'll probably move my stop to this swing high right here, and keep trailing it down. Okay, so like that, I'm definitely moving it here. Okay, and ideally, I wouldn't want to see this big fair value gap traded through. And this is 9 handles, so you can leave it there. An aggressive one would be above the one tick above that right there. So I'll put it right there. You also have this fair value gap right here. So if it takes this fair value gap, I'm okay with that. I'm taking a little bit more off, but trailing drawdown on apex, I don't want to have all this. You know, it's probably 6 handles worth. I don't want to do that. So let's see what happens here. Wow. Just kind of chop. It can go either way at this point. And it might take out my stop. Now if we get down here further, I'm going to trail it down to this high again. Even making it even more. Skip below that low right there. Stop. Yeah, I'm moving it down to one tick above that. If it takes me out, it takes me out. But this is how I manage my stop. I usually leave it as much as I can and not trail my stop as tight like this. I usually leave it up here and then I'll give it some breath. But as I didn't want to see this fair value gap get traded through, and as we made a high here, we broke another high here, and as we traded back down below this swing low here, that's when I move it to here. And if it takes me out, it takes me out. That's fine. All right, I'm going to close it out there because it's about as close as I can get on trading view. We'll see that it does actually trade right there, right there. Okay, let's move this. Let's take off the positions here. All right, the London Silver Bullet. Well, we had a liquidity being swept right here. We waited for a market structure shift, and we got in on, there's several PDRAs left behind. We got in on kind of in the middle, fair value gap here, and we took a partial at our 60%. We moved our stop to break even, and it came down and wicked into our stop loss, so we broke even there. Took a partial and break even. No big deal. Price did eventually take our buy side liquidity, our target, hit our target. But that is trading, right? You always want to protect your capital, and that's just kind of what happens sometimes. So then we came back down and we had a market structure shift. We marked out our breaker and we had a fair value gap. Well, we could take the first entry, but our stop has to go above the second one. So we took a trade on this fair value gap, aiming for below this sell side liquidity here, and then this, actually the current daily low right here. So that was our target, and it was 9 handles, and we took a partial, after it cleared this first swing low, and then we trailed our stop loss. Then we trailed it down to the above this big fair value gap, knowing that it could trade up into that and then hit our target. So we left it room to price to trade, and then it eventually hit our TP. So those are your two, technically your one silver bullet trade setup for Thursday, September 28th.